Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock City, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. For the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Army Black Knights, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Ball State Cardinals. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Goes out of bounds at the 34. That's a pretty good return. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And the Black Knights line up on 1st and 10 now. On the ground, it's Bond. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Black Knights. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
BAT is good. They jump in front 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner decides to field it. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the runner takes off to his right. Gets some space around the 30. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The freshman QB shows his toughness, picks up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Using his legs, it's Davis.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
He's got it, looking for the end zone. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. And now it's first and goal.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And he drops back in the gun. He's got it right near the end zone. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
That quarterback put a little bit more on that football. I thought he was going to get in there, but give credit to the defense for getting a hand on the ball. But the presence of mind by the offense to come up with a completion.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What a great job there by the defense, reading that play, pursuing to the football. Nice loss of yardage there on second and goal. Now it's third and goal for the offense.
They'll look to throw it on third and goal. And it's picked off in the end zone. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he locks it toward the sideline. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Proctor. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Black Knights with 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Throws the ball to the left after plenty of time in the pocket. Excellent protection.
I mean, you don't see this very often. They just pressured the quarterback, and did you see how many guys that were rushing him? 3. You have 8 guys in coverage, and you can get that kind of pressure on the quarterback with 3 rushing.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Looking to chuck it again. Receiver makes the catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to his receiver, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Throws to the tight end. He pulls it in for a big gain. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance. Looking to throw it on first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And he's got some open field ahead. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down. Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, but he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless. Looking to scramble now. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1. Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Makes a quick grab. They tackle him at the 43. That's enough for a first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Here comes a handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Army offense comes back out onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Howard.
It's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath cover.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Howard. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. The drive stays alive with that 1st down completion. They'll run it from the gun. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They'll run it to the right side. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense are going to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Army. Kicking team out for the PAT try. With the extra point, the lead is 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Cardinals offense back on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now two-possession lead. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Trying to create here on the move. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the Army offense onto the field now. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Lofting it toward the left sideline. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Black Knights. No chance to catch him.
We're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Cardinals offense is back out on the field now. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Tries to get it to the running back. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. He steps out at the 4, close to a pick 6. Still a great play.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
First and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. Handoff to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Army. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
They're set now to try the PAT. Extra point makes it a 28-zip lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackling at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Ball State's offense back out on the field now. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Dump off caught by the running back. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
He's on the run, launches deep. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the first down.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end.
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously, reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
Gain moves the ball to the 37, another first down.
Yankee blue, Yankee blue, igloo, gorilla, gorilla.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Bond. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. There's contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
They'll kick it away here. And he's got it at the 15. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Still going. It's a foot race. And he's going to finally head out of bounds, but talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Black Knights will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Ball State offense back out there. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Hit as he released it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He slings this one deep down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
He's hit just before the throw. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on fourth down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a pretty good effort by this defense to come up with that loss. Let's face it, it has been a really long game for these guys, but I love that they've not given up and they're still out there fighting.
So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. On third down, it's a handoff. Touchdown, Black Knights. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask from the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Cardinals offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounced it. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Snags a good throw. Tackle made after the completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit, swarming to this wide receiver on the screen and not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He lets it go on the move. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
It's incomplete. He was hit as